everybody, this is Milesluigi. Welcome you back to Let's Play Mario and Luigi Babies Edition. This is a game about Baby Mario and Baby Luigi as evidenced by the title screen.
And time paradoxes. Don't forget those.
Well, actually, yeah, Mario and Luigi, partners in time. Anyway, who are you guys?
I don't know. Who am I? I'm the evil Pop-Tart. Who the hell are you?
I'm Higsby.
And yeah, our title screen totally changed if you didn't catch the subtleness I had in my introduction. So no, instead, it's Mario and Luigi, partners in time. Alright, enough watching the babies go around the clock. Let's go ahead and start our game back up. So last time, Higsby, you mentioned to me, do the babies have the adults' equipment right now? I honestly don't know. It doesn't really mean a whole lot, because we're not going to get into a battle while we're on this airship, but it's an interesting thing to think about. Like if you theoretically did in a ROM hack and you went in a battle, would you have those items? That would be interesting. Instead, our form of battling, by the way, will be Bowser Jr.'s Bowser Cannon on these Shroobs. Poof, poof, poof. I hope you have a lot of those cannonballs. Did you see how many UFOs we saw last time? A lot. And you wonder why Bowser turns into the person he does. Take a look at how much praise he gets as a kid. He is really spoiled. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Anyway, a mysterious drop in altitude will be responsible for some things future on here. But that irresponsible flying has shown us that there are some aliens at the Holly Jolly Village.
Sky nerd! Sky nerd!
So do we save the village or do we not save the village?
Nope.
Do we get a reward?
Well, Bowser Jr. wants a snack. But for whatever reason, not saving the villagers is causing Baby Princess Peach to cry a storm right now. Mental note to self. Baby crying more specifically, will let you get anything you want. Because Bowser Jr. accepts it. He's like, oh fine, we'll save him. There we go. Well, first things first, let's land... Wow. Spiked cannonball of doom. I'm surprised that thing didn't just go straight through the island with how big and heavy it looked. That island looks pretty thin. And once again, it's supported up by only one pillar. Anyway, let's go save those villagers. Reddy and Greeny. That Koopa carrier shrunk in size significantly.
It's always the way in video games. Houses never look as big from the outside as they are inside. Everything's a TARDIS, and I haven't even watched Doctor Who.
It's a little bigger on the inside, isn't it?
Stole my joke. Damn it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Darn it. I shouldn't have done that.
How dare you?
You can steal the next Professor Layton joke. How about that?
Screw it now. Don't want it.
Anyway, let's investigate a little bit. Specifically, the area where the adults kind of got knocked out. Let's head on over there. There's still some alien survivors. Specifically, it actually worked out in my Let's Play because there are two left over in the battle before, and you could say these are the same two. But regardless of the point, we need to be told immediately right now how to control Baby Luigi, because we haven't been told yet. There we go. Baby Mario's and Baby Luigi's idle animations are kind of funny, but not as funny as Luigi's tiger animation, which is a shame, because if you look at their animations, they're actually supposed to be similar. The adults and the babies' animations are supposed to be kind of similar in a regard. But actually, we're going to be learning about the bros attacks in this game, which I made a major mistake in the last video. I said that this game has BP. That is totally incorrect. There is actually no BP in this game.
That's bros items instead.
Instead, all your special attacks are dictated entirely by items in their own class called bros items. So we start off with a relatively basic bro item called the shell, where you kick it back and forth like this.
It's like the best thing ever. I love this.
Kickball.
It is mildly entertaining, and it actually gets pretty difficult as it proceeds onward and forward. In this specific battle, Toadsworth actually just has infinite green shells for us to use, for us to get used to the green shell mechanic, which is good, you know? We're just learning a new thing, and you have to learn the timing. Although the timing is pretty easy to get down. I like how the baby's feet just grow really big if you look at their actual sprite animation, but oh darn it, I messed up. It's a good thing we have all those green shells right now, because Baby Mario and Baby Luigi do not have a lot of attack power, so consequently, like, they do like 2 or 3 damage with their jumps right now, and it's like I could do that there. I could have literally just jumped there, wow. Wow, I could have taken care of that battle with just a jump. There we go. Everything's taken care of. So what in the world are we going to do with these guys?
Time paradox. No. Before I even go, no. He should not be talking to him. He should not even be able to see him. Fucking time paradox. This is not supposed to happen, nor will it ever happen. It cannot happen. No. Just no. No.
Even if they're knocked unconscious?
No. Time paradox.
One of them's unconscious.
They're never supposed to meet, ever. I don't know the whole theory behind time paradox, but look it up. Time paradox. Doctor Who fans are screaming at this. Time paradox!
Those aliens, what we're being told here is it's very subtle. Those aliens are after everything right now in the past. So, obviously, if we don't save the past, then that present day that was ever so peaceful was somehow taken care of, evidenced by facts. But right now, we're actually being told that Toad Town and the castle are all under ruins at the moment. As is what happened before they went onto the Koopa Cruiser. Not a whole lot you can do when you're surrounded by aliens, other than if you are a Prince of Evil. Well, first we have to watch an alien get a double tick. There we go. If you're a Prince of Evil, you have a cell phone and are able to call Kamek.
Not the same cell phone from Mario Party 3?
Instead of being used to buy items, it's being used to call the Koopa Carrier. Now, you see, if Bowser and Kamek had a Koopa Carrier, you'd imagine they could take Koopa Carrier versus Stork and win, right? Like, Kamek versus the Stork equals Baby Luigi, but Baby Mario goes onto a Yoshi's back. But the other way around, apparently with Koopa Carrier, they would win, you would think, but they never use it that way. On approach back to Peach's castle. And unfortunately, it got completely changed. That completely changed. I don't know how much time has elapsed since the castle takeover and now, but that is just a complete change. Absolutely complete change. Anyway, you are an idiot, Mario. Princess Peach is right there, not in the castle. Does he know something that he's not supposed to know?
Time paradox. Oh my god.
They don't even believe it at this point. They're like, no, you can't be from the future right now.
You can't. Here's the thing with the time paradox. They should know that they met their younger selves, because since they're babies and they're meeting themselves, it makes an infinite loop. Time paradox. Oh, this is gonna suck. I'm not gonna get over this. I'm really not. This is gonna blow my mind.
You see, you have to imagine an arrow as a flow of time, and unfortunately this event is creating what's called a butterfly effect that repeats in an infinite loop. That's why they call it the butterfly effect, because it's like the arrow of time is going around in circles and going around in circles and going around in circles and going around in circles. But maybe the lack of knowledge that these are actually the adult Mario and Luigi will cause no actual real infinite circle. Oh, who am I joking?
No,
who am I joking?
Matter, because this has already happened. So it's going to happen the same way it's going to happen before. Now that they're interfering with it, they're going to change the whole timeline.
I mean, what happened to the great alien invasion of 20 years ago? Like, I never knew of a great alien invasion 20 years ago until this game. And now there's a great alien invasion of 20 years ago. And
that was already fixed and solved without their help. So why are they here? They're rewriting the whole time. They're rewriting the whole timeline.
They fixed it without any interference, you know.
No, but what if this didn't happen and the Shroobs went back in time and took over now, but they hadn't before? Like, that's. I mean, I understand, but at the same time,
why would they go back in time to do it?
Work in this game. I don't know.
Why would they go back and do it?
They're still going to change the future. If they travel back in time, they're still going to have to travel back again knowing that they're going to have to travel back. And basically, actually, if you really go one step further, Luigi and Mario here wouldn't even exist.
Should they just go poof when they
Yes.
saw their baby selves? They should have just gone poof.
Not the fact that they would go poof when they see themselves, but it would affect their future, and their future as they would know it wouldn't exist.
Ah, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Watch Doctor Who, people, if you don't get it.
You know, multiverse theories and theories of multiple branching universes, even if you take that theory into account, we're still creating butterflies in space-time that loop around and around and around and around and around. In a seemingly endless loop. And we've unfortunately created one. But we're now at Bowser's Castle, which Mario and Luigi are awfully familiar with, if you ask me. They've been here so many darn times, and we have some Goombas to fight. We actually never fought a single Goomba in the last game. Let me take a look at those green shells. Yeah! A little bit more effective with the adults because they have higher attack powers, but not greatly so. The green shell, it's the most basic bro item. I gotta make sure I don't say bro attack. If I say bro attack, please correct me. It's bro item. It's also plentiful. It's inexpensive. Did I say inexpensive? That's right. You're handed down a lot of bro's items as you play through this game, but you can also buy them. So that means you can literally buy your attacks in this game. So just go out grinding a little bit, get some coins, get some bros items. You really actually never need to do that because the game showers you with the items. So you don't really need to buy bros items all too terribly much. But anyway, before we go in this room, I just realized, oh no, I missed an M block. I gotta run back for that M block. Here we go. Anyway, Goombas attack really simply. I don't even think I've shown an attack till up to then in that little fast forward thing, but they just kind of charge at you, and they're really easy to avoid. There we go. This room is really peculiar because it has a whole bunch of enemies to fight, which I will gladly fight, including this Boo, who has a really easy tell. You just have to learn the eyes, which I hadn't learned at that point, actually. One eye means Mario, the other eye means Luigi, and then they charge after you. So, not a difficult tell at all. The thing about Boos is that they have an awfully high amount of speed, so whenever you enter a battle with them, it's like they always attack first.
Yeah, Boos are much different in this game than the last one. It's the first thing I noticed. It's like, huh.
Yeah, last game, they were like super tough, high defense enemies actually, but now they're just like, whoa, my gosh. They just flip an eye, charge at you, and that's about it actually. It feels like they aren't evil, and I guess a proper Boo is evil if that makes sense. In any case, right now my main goal here is just to clear out all the enemies, that way I can get Mario and Luigi pretty properly leveled up here. There we go. Whoomp! And even get a couple of items along the way. What I meant by this room being really peculiar is that you have this single, like, well, I'll just describe 16 pixel. I don't know if it's actually 16 pixel ledge all the way through this room, and it just feels out of place for this to be here, kind of at the beginning of the game. Especially since it is actually really easy to fall off of it if you hold down a directional button too long. But thankfully we're pros at video games, so we're not getting any of that. We're not getting any of that at all. Here we go. Now we come across this platform where we actually find some of the other people that crash landed as well. In this case, actually... Oh, but first, actually, kind of a spike boulder. Let's look up and see what's happening. Something that can be a little terrifying, actually. Just a big, like, bar suspended way above a big, gigantic pit of lava. That's pretty scary.
Let's just kill baby Luigi and baby Mario, and then future Mario and Luigi won't exist. Time paradox! Kill them now! That way they won't exist in the future.
Will they poof out of existence like in Back to the Future?
Yep, they just fade out of existence. They just... Because then, since they're dead, they couldn't travel back in time.
My mind is just too small to comprehend what would happen if Luigi and Baby Mario like that just kind of laugh at each other like that. And guess what? We're also going to save Baby Luigi as well.
Except Luigi's going to land on Luigi's head, knock him out, and kill himself.
There we go. Everyone has been reunited back to adventure. Let's go. There we go. We can move around, and the babies can't move around. That is a problem. That is a pretty big problem. Well, Stuffwell, why don't you explain what is going on? You forgot to mention we have to move as a group of 4.
I wonder what gave you that idea. They cannot understand any form of communication, yet somehow they talk to one another.
Well, you know how you chirp a baby? You make them funny faces. There we go.
So basically, show them our passport photos from the last game.
That'd be a good idea. I was actually just thinking to myself, I'm not a big Doctor Who fan, but last I checked, if something that is happening right now happens, like these sky bird things come in and just kill everything, and they're not here right now. Can you confirm that, Evil Pop-Tart?
Not confirm nor deny.
Okay. Okay. I need to watch more Doctor Who, obviously. But in this game, there's no such thing as a time paradox, which is unfortunate. Because, well, yeah, butterfly effects and everything. But in order to proceed as a group of 4, we need to pay attention to the screen, because here we're going to see, hey, our A, B, X, and Y buttons have been reunited. Which just makes me imagine if you took an SNES controller, cut off one part of it, let it age 20 years while the other one didn't age 20 years, probably by making the other one move near the speed of light and then brought them back together. That's essentially what we got going on here. If you want to think about it like that, I think of things weird ways is what I'm trying to say. Picture an SNES controller, one part new, one part 20 years old put together, and that's what you got going on here. But if the brothers run into each other, the adults can hold on to the babies, piggyback style. And it happens automatically. Thanks, Stuffwell. Let's go ahead and show this off. There we go. Much easier to carry around instead of them walking around individually. So the whole idea in this game is that you have the adults and that you have the babies, and at any point you can separate the two and have them move individually. And the babies have different powers than the adults, so you'll need to do that. But otherwise, you kind of need to walk around the game piggyback throughout most of the game, because you run into these switches all over the place that force you to have all 4 characters together.
I remember this, yes.
That's basically your, you shouldn't be separating unless you're supposed to mechanism in the game. And as a result, I guess it kind of makes the game linear. It also prevents you from going great distances away otherwise. But one of the new abilities we've gotten by virtue of being able to piggyback is that we can actually toss Baby Mario and Baby Luigi really high ledges. Just like that. So in effect, we can kind of sort of jump higher. In a way, that's almost our high jump in this game. Is toss up, there we go. So here's a good room to introduce this new mechanic. We have one part of the room that's meant for Prince Bowser, and then the other part of the room that's meant for King Bowser. Obviously, somebody is interested in the development and growth of our dear friend the Prince, or Bowser. He is a spoiled brat that has his own team training him in this gymnasium room, or whatever you want to call it, and for whatever reason it has M and L blocks. I don't know why you would put M and L blocks in a gymnasium unless you knew you were going up against red characters and green characters in the future. I wonder. Maybe this...